Hello everyone, this is cooking with Matthew, and we're going to be doing watermelon salad today. Instead of making a bunch of it and putting it in a bowl, we're going to make a nice little one that you can plate up for a nice little family dinner if you know, or you can mix it all together. But I'm going to make it look pretty. So that's what we're going for today. Is more or less making it look pretty versus trying to make a whole bunch of it. You can just build these things as you go once you get everything cut up. So I'm gonna get my watermelon. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it in half like this. So I don't need this half. This one's supposed to be seedless, but I'm seeing a few seeds in it. Okay. So I'm going to turn this thing over. I'm going to cut that part off. You can just nibble on the little parts, or I may see the chickens eat it. I'm sure they'll peck on it, or the goat for sure. I'm going to cut them ends off right there. And then what I'm going to do, so I'm going to set it up like this, and I'm going to peel. It'd be better if I watch. So you try to go around this little line here when you're peeling it with the knife. So I'm just going to follow the little line. I'm going to peel this whole watermelon. Hopefully I get all the little rind off. Not I can clean it up. Try not to have any. See, I'm not getting anything left. I may have to trim up a little bit. There's a little bit of rind left, but not a lot. I'm not trying to cut too deep into it. Like I said, if you can follow that line and just go around it, it's just like skinning a fish or something. Anybody, I'm sure there's people watching that's cleaned fish before. It's the same principle as filleting a fish. Just filleting a watermelon. Get that. Alright, so I'm going to flip it over now, and I see that there's a couple little, especially around the bottom. I'm not really the greatest at getting right there towards the bottom for some reason. That's just this isn't one of my strongest suits. I'm better than a lot of people. But there we go. I hear Remy out there screaming. Maybe I'll give him a piece of watermelon, he'll be happy. See if I can shut him up with that. Come here. Come here, buddy, I'll get you a watermelon. Yeah. I gotta keep him quiet for a minute. He's standing up there just looking at me. He wants in the house, but he can't come in here. He's too messy. So then I'm just gonna slice my watermelon in little rings, like little half moons like that. Some of these I may have to quarter. Yeah, I'm going to slice them in half moons. Okay, so I've got that part, the hardest part done on the watermelon. The next thing I'm going to do is we're going to go into here. I got an English cucumber. I'm going to try to slice these little things as thin, pretty thin, not super thin, but not really thick. I'm going to slice these. I'm going to put these into a little bowl here. I'll probably give y'all the. Y'all just going to watch it because there ain't really nothing crazy about this salad. So today you're going to have to watch it. There's not really going to be so much a recipe at the end. I mean, I guess I could write what I'm doing with the cucumbers. Guess that wouldn't hurt. So I just got the biggest English cucumber I could find, just because they was the same price no matter what you paid for it. I figured nothing else I can. That's a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper I'm going to put in it with a little lemon juice. I can eat on that for a few days. Maybe even cut a tomato up in there and go with it. Or just eat some more watermelon salad. But one English cucumber should be enough for one watermelon this size. I feel like should be sufficient, and this should make plenty of salads for you and your guest. This would be good to break out on the 4th of July party. I mean, you know, you could just have little small plates with this stuff, or you could just sort of mix it together and put this out on the table from the drizzle on it. That's what I'm going to end up drizzling on it. So then, got my olive oil. I got extra virgin. You can just use regular olive oil if you want. But you want to use olive oil in this, or something like that. I like olive oil. Okay, so I'm going to measure this a little bit, just so we will. Go and get me a pen, paper. There we go. We're going to go with a quarter cup. Quarter cup of olive oil. Then I've got two limes I just got at the store. If I can find my daggum zester. Okay. I've got this little crappy one, but it'll work. This is a little Dollar Tree one. It's not as good as my microflame, but I gotta find that one. We're gonna zest 2 limes in here. Alright, so let's see. Got one more I'm gonna do. I was just going to do, I got plenty of lemons in the refrigerator. I almost was just going to use that, but the limes will go better with these cucumbers. I'm pretty positive. So I'm going to try to start doing some fresher, more summertime dishes here during the summer. I got some tomatoes up there growing, so hopefully I'll do a nice caprese like this. It's going to be more of a plate up version of it. Later down the road, once they start growing tomatoes, I got a few chickens that I may end up butchering. So this will be a farm to table video when I do these. I'm sure I'm just gonna label it something different. So just gonna squeeze the juice. So it's one juice or 2 zest and 2 lemons, or two zest of limes and 2 juiced. Just use the whole thing. All right, there we go. I got that ready. So it's okay, so I got that on there. And then this is going to be just to to taste. I hope I can find my other, there it is. I lost my other salt grinder I had. I had 2 of these. I'm not sure where they came. They must have been hidden somewhere. So, leave that on there. We're just going to sort of do this to taste. Little salt and fresh garlic to taste. Or not fresh garlic. Salt and fresh pepper. Black pepper. I'm not going to put any garlic in this dish. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not going to put no salt on my watermelon. This feta's going to have salt in it. This has got salt in it. I don't really like salt on my watermelon, but this is, so we made a dish similar to this. I mean, this is how we plated it up. And when I worked at Salt, it was probably a little prettier than what I'm fixing to do. But this is pretty much the gist of it. Let's see what these taste like now. Alright, so with that, I got a little fresh mint plant at the Piggly Wiggly just a second ago. I'm going to trim the 2 top pieces off. That's not much mint at all, really. And I'm going to chop this up and put it in that cucumber. I went by the local feed and seed store and I was going to buy some, try to spot it. Now they had some of the other herbs on sale, but they didn't have any mint. Stopped by a feed and seed store, and Country Feed and Seed it is out here in Warrior. It's a really nice place to go to if you live in the area. Prices are cheaper than Tractor Supply, and they're just friendlier. So, except they was cheaper on the through Pazel and stuff. But she gave me a little starter, but it wasn't enough for me to do my video. I'll show you. I'm hoping I'm rooting this right. I got it in a little saucer with some water. She gave me that off her little plant, so I'm gonna see if I can get that to grow. So maybe I have 2 little plants. So I'm gonna measure that just so y'all have a roundabout guesstimate. I think it's a tablespoon. I could be wrong. Yeah, we're gonna call it a tablespoon. So that's going to be one tablespoon fresh mint. Okay, so I got to plant a few things here in a little bit. So now we're almost there. So I've got the watermelon slice. We're going to build us a little small tower, maybe some around the bottom. Make sure you get this stuff mixed up really well. It probably wouldn't hurt to let this stuff marinate for a few hours, you know. And like I said, you can have this stuff mixed up, and you can just cut it. You can have this wrapped up in Saran wrap and plate it as you get some orders in for your little 4th of July party. Tell them you got something nice to show them. This could start off the bar. This could be the starter. So I'm gonna put some cucumbers. I'm gonna stack a few there, a few around the bottom. Then I'm gonna stack. Oh yeah, forgot this feta cheese. Got to open this from you. I'm going to put a few little pieces of feta there. A few little feta crumble. Got watermelon back. Oh, we're going to drizzle a little of this, not much. Just want to thinly drizzle this stuff. You don't want it to overpower. You just want it to accent everything. Right, so then I'm going to take another one of these quarters. I'm going to get me a couple more cucumbers. I'll just put 2 on that one. A couple pieces of feta. And drizzle a little of this over top. Not much, like I said, very light. And then we will stack Another little piece there. I'm gonna put me 2 more maybe 3 little cucumbers on top. Well, he was quiet now. Maybe the watermelon calmed him down a little bit. He's just like all these animals are like having a bunch of little children running around the house. I had Sonia a while ago. She will drill a little more of this. She actually got into I've got like some kind of like water. It's like a water fern that grows in a little baby swimming pool. I've got it growing to feed chickens. It's high in protein, and it's got chicken manure and stuff all in it. Well, she decided to go take a dip in it. I thought they'd ate it. I walked over and seen Ariel over there trying to lap water out of it, and lo and behold, I see stuff on the ground and Sonia's wet. So she got in my little chicken experiment I got going on. All right, so this is the salad. I want to stack it 3 high. Try to get this over here. I put a little bit of mint on top for garnish. Let's see if that's a really nice, pretty salad. People will be impressed with you if you put that out on the table. And this could be good for like you a date night or something. These ingredients wasn't cheap, but sometimes like I had this stuff already sitting here. Olive oil I didn't have, but I normally have. Feta cheese is what I had to buy. I had to buy the watermelon and cucumber. So if you've got some of this stuff laying around, it ain't too bad. I'm fixing to now try to attempt to eat a piece of this to see if I can approve it. Said I'm not a big fan on the salt on the watermelon. All right, so there we go. Try to make sure I get a little bit of everything in there. A little more fat on there. Yeah, that is beautiful tasting, nice and fresh and crisp and clean. Like I said, this would be a good 4th of July thing. I'm trying to get some stuff. I bought these peaches. I was going to make a peach barbecue sauce and smoke some chicken today, but I ran out of time. Between just doing stuff around the house, I was sick yesterday. I'll keep me in prayers. I got to go to the doctor, do some kind of scan tomorrow. They're saying something. I got some high enzymes in my liver. So we'll see what that's all about. It's in God's hands, and I just want to appreciate every one of y'all for tuning in. And I'm going to give y'all the recipe for the cucumber part. I'll go ahead and put the watermelon. Let's see. Ball. Okay, so the cucumbers themselves was 1 English cucumber. Get the biggest one you can find, or get 2 small ones, but you're going to pay the same price. 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil is what I use. You can use olive oil. I recommend olive oil or extra virgin. 2 fresh zest of lime, 2 limes juiced, 1 tablespoon of fresh mint. If you don't like mint, you can omit the mint. The mint adds a lot of character to this dish, though. Then we're going to do salt and pepper to taste. That's just for the cucumber mix that you're going to be stacking. And then for the rest of the ingredients, you need watermelon, balsamic glaze, a reduction. It says glaze with balsamic. Okay, so it's either going to say balsamic glaze or balsamic reduction. And then fresh mint. Fresh mint was up here. I already added that, so I didn't need to add that to it. So with that being said, oh, feta cheese. That's what I meant to put instead of that's the main ingredient. So we got feta cheese with it too. I'm going to show y'all. If y'all can read my chicken scratch. So look, that's it. Until next time, y'all have a blessed day.